Yo, 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 y'all. What's the dealio, man? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling, man? Y'all already know I got a straight banger for you. All right? We got a straight banger for y'all today, man. All right? We got the watch list. It's Sunday. All right, we getting ready for the week. Y'all already know what time it is, man. So listen, y'all. If y'all tapping in with me, it's a new week. Be sure to like this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, y'all. All right, we about to get busy. We're going to get it cracking. We got a lot to talk about. It's going to be a crazy week, right? We got a whole war brewing right now, popping off. We got missiles flying around. We got military bases getting hit. We got crazy stuff going on, y'all. So be sure to tap in, man. All right, this is an important live, so make sure you guys are locked in, all right? So if y'all tapping in, man, like this video, let me know. Let me know in the comments where y'all tapping in from, y'all. All right? Let me know in the comments where y'all tapping in from. Be sure to say what's up in the comments. I want to hear from y'all. I want to know where y'all at. All right? Doria, what's up? How you feeling? Tim, how you feeling, Tim? Henry in the building. Osser, how you feeling? What up, Dougie Doug? Dougie Fresh. All right. Pam, what's up, Pam? I hope all is well with you. Genesis in the building. Jason Williamson, what up? Dr. Natalie, how you doing? Best Beezy, what up, what up? Who we got? Tanviri, how you feeling, bro? Dar from Maryland. Tim here in Phoenix. Yusuf, what up? How you feeling? All right, listen. You already know what time it is, y'all. Look, come on now. Hey, IWM Juicers, man. Hey, tap in. Tap in, y'all. We getting to it today, all right? We getting to it today. Kansas City, what up, Greece? How you feeling? What up, Ant? How you feeling? Bay to the A in the building. We got Charlotte. What up, Jay Skrilla? Jay Skrilla, what up? Pixel B, what up? Sneaker Girl, Alabama. I don't know about that Roll Tide. I don't know if I can get down with the Roll Tide now, all right? What up, Ash? How you feeling? Other People's Money, what up? Shout out to ATL. Brandon, shout out to ATL. Ed Miller, what up? How you feeling? What up, Assets? Yusuf, he in Dallas, Texas. Shout out to Houston, Cali Chick. IWM Juice on deck. Let's go, man. Juiced up. Hey, man, if you juiced up with the IWM Juice, man, put juiced up in the comments, man. Put juiced up in the chat, y'all. All right. What up, Jay Bird? How you feeling? Hey, shout out to that. I saw how you smacked SPX on Friday. Shout out to that one. I saw you smacked M-Phase. I'm not M-Phase. Iran, too. I saw that. All right. I be seeing what's going on over there. Corey, what up? Corey Valentine, Denver, Colorado. Shout out to Denver. Newbie Maddie, what up? From Boston. Another lovely day. That's right, Jay Skrilla. So listen, y'all. Listen. We about to get it started. We about to get it cracking. Okay? This week is going to be very, very, very important. Very powerful. All right? So make sure we are focused. We locked in. We got our notes. Okay? Be sure to like this video. Let's get this video right here to 300 likes. All right? This is a 300 like video right here. I'm about to drop some sauce. I'm about to give you guys everything you need to succeed. All right? From top to the bottom. All right? What up, Tycoon in the building? Tycoon Trader. Shout out to Florida. All right, Fresno, Texas. Dallas. Renetta's in Dallas. All right. Nisha, she says she juiced up. Jason Williamson, Ed. Hey, shout out to all the IWM juicers, man. All right. So look, y'all. Now, who watched my video that I posted yesterday? What up, Keisha? Hey, no more sweets. We about to do a no sweet challenge pretty soon. All right. We had a conversation last week. In the study session, we about to have a no sweet challenge pretty soon too. All right, that's for you, Keisha. And who else was saying they like sweets? Mimi. Who else was it? I forgot who else, but yeah, we're gonna do a no sweet challenge real soon. All right. See, listen, it's all about health, right? It ain't about how much money you can make if you're over here, you know what I'm saying, not healthy. So I'm gonna always promote some health. I'm gonna always promote being a better version of yourself. All right. So if you guys watched the video, what up 362? How you feeling? If you guys watched the video, okay? So let's really break this down right here. All right, let's break this down. So first things first, man. What up, QTZ? What up? What up, Apostle? All right, first things first, y'all. Um, is and when we talking about the war, right? If this really becomes a war, like a real thing, um, you know, I be thinking about people I was in the military with because because it's like I know how this goes, right? I know what it means, right? I know what it means. I know what's going on. I know what they going through. So it's kind of like I don't want to say I feel sorry for them, but I feel for them, right? And so it's real stuff going on. It's real families being affected. You know, people that are dying, stuff like that. But also military families, right? People getting ready to deploy right now. Some people have already deployed over the weekend. Some people is getting ready to get shipped out on Monday, on Tuesday, right? Like when it's war readiness, right? People got to be ready. And so a lot of times in the military, you always ready, especially if you overseas and you already close to that region, right? That's why the military is around the world, because if we got to get somewhere in the blink of an eye, we want to be right there in that region already, right? So yeah, man. If anybody is in the military right now, hey, shout out to you, man. Salute to you, and I hope the family as well. If you do deploy, man, I hope it's safe, and I hope it's a good experience for you. All right, real talk, because the military, it's a real experience. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to say that, man. All right. So he said I'm stripping floors, but I'm listening. Okay. So yeah. So that's first thing, man. Right. So it's a real thing when we talking about if we really gonna go to war for real. I'm not talking about just a couple missiles going back and forth. I'm talking about if we really start going to war, it's gonna be. We was in Afghanistan and Iraq for 10 plus years. So you got to understand what this really could be representing. We talking about a long period of time of stuff, right? So with that being said, man, so wartime, all right. So we already broke down the stuff on the live yesterday. I mean on the video yesterday. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over SPY. We're gonna go over IWM like we always do. And then yeah, Henry. But I'm not here to talk about politics, right? Whatever you guys' views on presidency and stuff, I really honestly don't care. What we talking about is how it's affecting stocks, right? And how we could bank off of it, right? Because the harsh reality of this stuff is that no matter what, when there's war, there's a lot of people that suffer and there's a lot of people that get rich. And because we are in the United States, we are blessed, with the opportunity to be on a better side of the coin, right? I don't want to sound insensitive to what's going on, right? But we either gonna be a victim or we gonna be on the other side of that coin, okay? And so it's like you got to learn how to understand the game that's being played here, because all of this stuff is a game, right? That's all this stuff is. And so when you in America, you got a social security number, you could open up a brokerage account, you could go hustle, you could go get some money, you could go put that money in a brokerage account, you could learn how to flip it, and then you could change your life, your financial life, and everything, right? So with that being said, man, like it's just about understanding how this stuff works, and just getting where you fit in. At the end of the day, it sucks, but you know what I mean. Like I would rather be able to be in a position where I could, benefit from the stock market than just be a victim of what's going on, right? So if I gotta choose to be a victim or to not be, I'm not gonna choose to be a victim, right? So it's all about your smarts. It's all about how you thinking, how you navigate in this world. You get what I'm saying? So I hope y'all really understand that. So that's why it's so important to lock in and understand what's really going on in this world when we're looking at the geopolitical space. All right? So I hate that. Okay, I'm feeling you for that. Peace to the soldiers. Yeah, peace to the soldiers, man. All right. Exactly, Best B. Easy money, right? Easy money. Money is always going to be able to be made. Okay? Exactly. So check this out, y'all. All right? Exactly, Ed Miller. Stock market ain't got no feelings. Exactly. So yeah. So first thing I want to say is last year in the summertime, similar happened, right? When everything was going on with Israel, with Iran, right? Israel, Iran, and then the U.S., right? They said it was going to be a war, okay? And then what happened? It was some news stuff going back and forth. I remember I had got into some Chevron calls. I thought they was about to gap up like $20 because they had a gap to the upside. And I was like, oh, this is that time, right? They gapped up and then they immediately sold off. And then the next day, Trump said that everything got dissolved and everything was fine, right? So I want you guys to be careful, right? Please, please, please make sure you're not following the headlines and making decisions based off of the headlines. Okay, y'all? I want to make sure, I always say this, pay attention to the charts, y'all. The price action, right? Because let me break this down for you. What up, Reggie? How you feeling? Bear Bulldog. What up, Bear Bulldog? He said, Green's new sub. Talk your ish. Hey, appreciate that. All right, so listen, y'all. The charts, right? The charts, okay? They are letting you know how money is going into the stocks. That's what they are for. That's what they're for. So this is why if you read the news, it could say one thing, but a stock can do the opposite. This is what they mean when they say buy the rumor, sell the news, right? Or don't buy the dip, sell the rip, okay? Sell the rip is when it's going up, you sell it. You get in puts and it goes down, right? Buy the dip is obviously when you buy when everything's down, right? But buy the rumor, sell the news is saying, okay, we're going to have the news going out, right? But then what's going to happen? The news is going to be out. People going to be making decisions based off of the news, right? Or the rumor, right? And then they're going to sell it. They're going to do the opposite of what the rumor is saying, right? That's what's going to happen. But the news is actually what actually happens, but the rumor is what people think is going to happen. Never make a decision based off what you think is going to happen if you have no factual evidence, okay? So when we're getting in trades right here, okay, when we get in trades, we're not doing things that we think is going to happen. We're looking at the actual charts. We're looking at the actual patterns, right? Off the daily time frame, off the weekly time frame, right? That's what we're looking at. We're not saying, hey, I think this is going to happen, so I'm going to just get in here. That is how you're going to get cooked every single day of your life, and you're going to be a very frustrated investor and a trader, okay? So I want to make sure, what up, Jamal? How you feeling? I want to make sure that you guys understand that just because we got stuff going on, you don't want to be, you don't want to jump the gun and just go get in the puts, okay? Because it could pop up, because it did that last year. And then the market just flew, because we need to understand and we need to remember what, you know what I'm saying, Donnie's intentions are. His intentions are to be volatile, okay? He needs the market to be volatile because he wants the market to sometimes come down. Sometimes the market needs a pullback, and that his news is the catalyst for the pullback. And then what does he do? He gets his people in position, his friends, his political figures in position to do what? They invest at low prices, and then he'll make the stock market blast off for a month, right? And then everybody gets rich, okay? He did this 2-3 times last year alone, right? So it's like we need to make sure we're understanding not just the charts, but also the psychology, and then we need to understand who's in presidency as well, okay? When Biden was in the presidency, the market just kind of went up like consistently, right? Yeah, we had dips and stuff, but it wasn't as volatile. But with Trump, it's very volatile, so you got to make sure that you guys understand, just because we got news, just because we got a big gap up, we got to make sure that we see continuation. We got to make sure that we see actual levels break below certain levels on a daily time frame, okay? We need to make sure of that. We don't want to just go get in puts, because you will still get your ass rocked and cooked, okay? So we want to make sure of all of this stuff, y'all, okay? So yeah. So boom. So what we got in the comments, y'all? What up? For those of you that haven't put on that uniform or needs to think twice about your comments, money ain't everything when you lose a loved one. No, that's real. Shit, I almost lost my life, so I get it. All right. It's up this week. Orders placed. Coach UV. Iranian leaders wants to talk peace with Trump. I think the market may bounce. See what I'm saying? And this just happened last year too. So we you know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna see. The charts are human behavior. Buy the rumor, sell the news. And of course, read the commitment of traders' reports. Funny how this money came into the market and now the market is looking to gap down, giving us a chance to pick up stocks at a discount. Exactly, close nine. All right. Hey, Coach UV, don't be coming on here doing that stuff. All right, you about to get banned. All right, you put another comment in there, man. You gonna get banned for real. Real talk. All right. I don't go. All right. Learning the strat really worked. Would help you. Yeah, exactly. Make sure y'all learn the strat, y'all. All right. So, executive branch probably loaded up on defense and oil calls. Exactly. Right. So yeah, y'all. So I just wanted to say that. I want to make sure that you guys kind of understand the landscape of what's going on over here. All right. The landscape of what's going on over here. All right. So this is high level chess that they playing. All right. This is high level chess. So we're gonna go to the charts. We're gonna look at SPY, and then we're gonna look at IWM. Y'all know how we get down. Okay. Is the stuff that I'm saying making sense to y'all? All right. Y'all already know that when I get on these lives, when I'm giving these lives, I want to make sure that you guys are really hearing what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? So make sure you guys are letting me know that this stuff makes sense. All right. So all stocks are controlled by algorithm. Exactly, y'all. All right. So let's pull up SPY real quick. All right, let's pull up SPY real quick. Go to here. All right. Boom, ANET. All right, boom. All right, y'all. So what we got going on? So we got SPY on a weekly. Well, first off, the month just ended, right? The month just ended. So look at SPY on the monthly, right? Look at SPY on the monthly, y'all. All right. So what we're going to do is so this is right here, right? So what we're going to do is I'm going to do a monthly range, y'all. All right. On top of this weekly, I'm going to also do a monthly range. All right. So let's clone this joint. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do the monthly, right? So we always do the weekly every week, but we're going to do the monthly since this is the top of the week, right? Because this matters. All right. Make sure y'all keep these levels in mind, y'all. All right. So, let's peep game. So we about to cook, y'all. All right, we about to cook. We about to cook real nice. Okay. So, this resistance on SPY. The resistance on SPY for the month is 697.25. Okay. So we got 697.25. All right. 697.25. And then we got 675.73, right? 675.73. Okay. And what is that? That is a $20 range, $22 range on the month, okay? So your monthly range is going to be right here. So we're in the middle of the range. So we're going to see, right? We may gap down just to come down to 675 to test the last month's low. Y'all get what I'm saying? This is how the game goes, right? Because look, if I say at the beginning of every week, we're going to test the previous week's high or low, then what does that mean for the beginning of every month? We're going to test what? The high of the previous month's high or low, right? It's the same thing. At the beginning of any set day, when a new day opens up, we're going to what? Test what? The previous day's high or low, depends on where we're at. That's just how the game goes, right? That's just how the game goes. So now that we're on the charts and we see that we're in the middle of this area right here, right, of this range right here, this gives you a good understanding of the range for the previous month, right? The range for the previous month. And then let's look at the yearly real quick. We're on a doji so far, right? So boom. So right here, right? So now, so like I say, this is the previous month right here, right? This is the previous month's range. Okay. So now watch this. Watch this. We go to the weekly. All right. We go to the weekly. Now, so what we're going to do is we're going to now look at the week's range. Now, we all know that we've been trading in a range anyway. Okay. What up, Wayne? How you doing? We already know that we're in a range anyway. Now, this range looks like we could be consolidating to get ready to go up. It does look like that. But we never want to put, you know what I'm saying, the downside off the table. So this week is on a failed to up. But look, we got an equal amount of buyers and we got an equal amount of sellers. Okay? So now let's look at the weekly range real quick. The previous week's resistance is what? 693.68. 693.68. Okay. And then we got 680. Let's just say 679.96. Okay. So what is that? That is a 10. That's a $14 range. Okay. So this is a $14 range right here. Right? $14 range. So last month we were in the $22 range. Last week we were in the $14 range. Okay. So look, the monthly support is at 675. Okay. So the monthly, watch this, y'all. The monthly support is at 675. Boom. Right here, right? So that's your monthly support. Okay. Before I go any further, nothing that I say in this video is financial advice, okay? If you guys want financial advice, be sure to talk to a licensed financial advisor. I just wanted to make sure I said this is only for entertainment purposes only, okay? If you guys want to come trade with us this week, come click the link in the description and you can join the Discord. We are the best trading community on the planet, all right? And this is a fact, okay? We got regular people that came in here from other Discords that was losing and they're making 80, 70% in a trade, right? They are changing their life in a very big way, all right? So I just wanted to say that real quick, y'all, okay? And also like this video, okay? We got 150 people on this live. Be sure to like this video. Let's get this video to 300 likes. I'm literally giving you guys a full breakdown of SPY, all right? When we got all this war stuff going on right now, okay? No, it's not free to join. I'm giving you guys a full breakdown on all of this stuff, okay? So be sure to like this video. That's all I ask, all right? Y'all don't be stingy with liking this video and actually engaging with what I'm saying. Then I won't be stingy with the information that I give, okay? So let's make sure that we have a symbiotic relationship, because I'm going to show up every single day and I'm going to give y'all some stuff that if you take it and run with it, your life will change. And I know that as a fact because I give out of abundance. I do not give out of fear, okay? I am not afraid to give it all away, right? You know why? Because I know that when I'm connected to, there's an infinite well that comes from me, right? So be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we're going to keep this thing going. We're going to get back to the SPY levels, all right? So why is SPY so expensive? We got, I mean, the stock is trading, the ETF is trading at almost $700 per share. Also, implied volatility, right? And I think contracts are probably going to be a little bit more expensive. We also got to pay attention to the VIX this week as well, y'all. All right, let's make sure we're paying attention to that VIX. We're going to talk about that as well. All right, this week is not nothing to play with. Okay, you can get cooked. All right. So yes, sir. Best Discord family to part of. Appreciate that, Jay Bird. What up, Email Samels? Hey, it's all good. You just got out of church. You know what I'm saying? Praise the Lord. You know what I mean? It's all good. What up, P. Bryant? What up, A. Wonder? HQ said, love the Discord. Appreciate that. All right. It costs a join. Yes, it costs a join. Yeah, we ain't teaching automatic trades, right? We teaching people how to think, right? We teaching people how to really think. So like I was saying, all right, so your monthly support is right here, y'all, all right? So we got SPY monthly support right here, okay? And then we got monthly resistance right here, okay? Now pay attention to these blue lines I'm about to, you know what I'm saying, show for you guys, okay? Pay attention to these blue lines, okay? Yes, I listen to Mark Douglas. Read his books. All right, what's up, Kelton? What up, Rabian? All right, so check this out. So these blue lines are your monthly support and your monthly resistance, okay? All right. So boom. Blue lines are your monthly support and monthly resistance. Let's go to the weekly. All right. Right here. We got your weekly, right? I'm going to change the color to, I'm going to change it to yellow. All right. These yellow lines are your weekly support and weekly resistance. All right. So we got weekly support. And then your weekly resistance. All right. Weekly support, weekly resistance, y'all. All right. So let's look at this real quick. Let's look at this real quick. All right. So look, on the monthly. So y'all see these lines right here? Look. So this is an outline of your levels, right? That you guys can this is your guys' levels that you guys can pay attention to, right? Now look at the volume on the selling pressure, okay? Right here. So selling pressure came in pretty heavy last month, right? And look, so this is the outline of your levels, okay? So make sure you mark your weekly levels and your monthly levels on the highs and the lows, okay? So now, right, now we go back to the weekly and we're on a failed 2 up, okay? But we got an equal amount of buyers and we got an equal amount of sellers. So last week was basically a stalemate. Nobody won, right? It was just you got to think of it like a big fight, right? A big fight. Right? It's a big fight going back and forth, right? Imagine, you know what I'm saying, you in a ring with somebody and you boom, right? And you get them good and then they get you good and then you get them good and they get you good, right? And at the end of the round, it's a tie, right? That's what last week was, okay? That's what last week was. Even though it was favorite to the Bears, it was still kind of a tie because we got a lot of the same stuff, okay? So with that being said, now we got it's an area of liquidity right here to the downside, and that area of liquidity coincides with what? The bottom of this area of liquidity, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say right here, boom, we got this area of liquidity. All right. Area of liquidity, okay? Right here. So if we close below, pay attention, y'all. If we close below 675, right? then the SPY is going to be coming down, right? SPY is going to be coming down. Now, I do expect a gap down. I talked about this yesterday, right? I expect a gap down, but we do have to make sure that we see what's going on, right? Because we could very much so gap down, consolidate, and then gap up the next day and then go back to the upside. This could be a fake out. It could be a manipulation. All right. So, hey everyone, what up, Joy? How you feeling? So this is an area of liquidity right here. So between 678 and 675, I really, I would be careful on going short, right? Because buyers are going to be right here off the weekly time frame to be able to push SPY up. And that's why every time it came down in this area, they pump right back up, right? It pumped right back up, it pumped right back up, it pumped right back up, because buyers are sitting in this area right here. So if we get below 675 and we close below them, right, y'all? We close below them on the daily time frame. That's the key. Then that's when I would say, okay, we could be coming down. Anything of that, we not coming down, right? If we don't get below 675, we not coming down. Until we get below 675, SPY is not coming down. All right, point blank period. Closure, right? I'm talking about a closure, y'all, okay? So, with that being said, y'all, okay? Now let's look at the daily. Daily, we on a fail 2 up, but we got this area of liquidity right here. So now for tomorrow, okay? For tomorrow, I want you guys to pay attention to 688 and 690, okay? Now this is an area that we on a fail 2 down, but most likely we're gonna gap down. Now where are we gonna gap down from? Okay? Where are we gonna gap down from? Probably we could gap down to 675. If we gap down to 675, that's going to be testing the previous month's low. Y'all get what I'm saying? And that coincides with the area of liquidity on the weekly time frame, and that's also an area of liquidity on here on the daily time frame. Okay? So let me know if this is making sense, y'all. Like, this is highly strategic when we're talking about breaking this stuff down. This is a highly strategic breakdown, you guys, right? This is very thorough, okay? Exactly. What if we open below 675? We need to wait and we need to see what is going to happen, right? So if we open below 675, you want to see if we're going to pop up and test 675. So let's say we open below here, right? Let's say we open below this line. Let's say we open right here at 670.74. I will wait. Number one, I may not take a trade for the first 30 minutes of the day tomorrow because I don't really know where we're going. I don't know what's about to happen. I really don't. I'm just going to keep it honest with you. I don't know what's about to happen, right? Because we're going to have a gap down. We're going to have something. Something is going to happen. We got to digest the news. We got to digest what's going on in the world first, right? I might not take a trade for the first hour. I don't know, okay? I need to see what pre-market looks like, right? So, but if we open below, we could come up and test, reject, and then come lower, or we could come down some more, right? And then we could say, oh, we're going to come down to this area, and then we're going to bounce, and then we're going to come up and fill the gap, right? I just have to see, okay? But remember, this is also a gap too, because we closed down here. We gapped down, we came down, and we popped up. We never came back up to where we closed from. So this is now a gap that has to be filled up to 690, right? Up to 690. So with that being said, y'all, I don't know where we are going to gap down to. I don't know how many percentage they're going to try to bring the stock down. I don't know what's going to happen. So we need to make sure we are paying attention to these these weekly and monthly support and resistance levels right here, and that is what you kind of focus on, right? Until I see pre-market, because it's going to be such a big thing, I don't know where we're going to be at. So I need to see the pre-market to really, really, really get a good gauge on what's going to happen. Y'all see what I'm saying? So make sure you guys have this written down. Take this screenshot. Let me know if this makes sense, y'all. Okay? Let me know if this makes sense. All right? Like we not playing today. We fully locked in today. We fully locked in this week, right? This is one of them weeks. It ain't gonna be just. It's gonna be a very volatile week. Okay? It's gonna be a very, very volatile week. Okay? Hey, close. So I'm slowly getting bigger and bigger into futures, right? I'm slowly getting bigger into futures. I'm working on something right now with futures to kind of help me give myself a little advantage with IWM. So once I crack that code, that's when I'm gonna start, sharing it inside of the Discord more. But yeah, I'm getting more into futures for sure. All right. I was just at the store and I forgot the IWM. Come on, Chris Connor. Hey, listen, man, y'all can't be forgetting the IWM juice now. All right. All right. He said no better way of explaining. You did it the best. All right. Appreciate that, Doug. All right. So, like I said, y'all, I'm probably going to wait tomorrow to really let the dust settle because the market has to digest all of this stuff. Okay? The market has to digest all of this stuff right here that just happened. All right. If you guys are watching, be sure to like this video, y'all. Let's get them likes up. Okay. So that's what I need to learn is futures. Yeah. So it's like I like to do things in increments, right? A lot of times people, they try to do everything all at once and they get overwhelmed and they never end up accomplishing anything. I like to do things in increments. So I took time to learn trading. Okay, cool. Learn trading. Candlesticks, all of that. And then I dived into the strat method. I went crazy on the strat method. Now I got, things a certain way that I like. And now I'm like getting into, then I got into IWM and I went really, really, really deep on IWM, right? And now I'm getting into futures, but specifically, right, to see how it affects certain stocks, right? Yeah, the market, but certain stocks. Once I really get the futures part down, it's going to be absolutely unfair what I'm going to be doing to the market, right? I know this as a fact because I have a very good sense of direction in the market already, but it's about to get even nastier and I'm going to be spanking the market in a ridiculous, absurd way every single day, right? So right now I'm just focusing and I'm locking in on the futures, what I'm really focused on right now. And when I really, feel like I mastered it, then that's when I'm gonna start sharing it with the Discord because I wanna make sure I vet everything, right? And I test everything before I talk about it. I don't talk about things that I don't do. I don't talk about things that aren't already cemented, right? So yeah, facts. I made 2,000 transfer last week for futures trading. That's what's up. Good look on that monthly retest play. I only did weekly and daily. Another. Hey, Ant, I'm telling you, bro. Listen. It's always another little level. You know what I'm saying? Now that we at the top of the month, now we got the month's levels to really, focus on. So that's what I'm gonna focus on, right? So best way to learn candlesticks, or what's the difference between that and a strat? Honestly, the strat is just better in my opinion. Okay, the strat method gives you an outline to understanding candlesticks. You still need to understand the candlestick structure, but the strat method teaches you what candlesticks mean, right? And what price action really means, and it helps you really, increase your your percentage, right? Not just your win percentage, but how much money you're making per trade. Okay, so if you guys want to learn how to trade the strat, go to my strat method playlist on my channel, and I give you guys all of the game for the free ski on there. All right. So She said, I like that. Been unfair to most, so you bring in game to make it fair. Yeah. He said, unfair is wild. Hey, I'm serious. Listen, I only play to win, right? See, a lot of times people play to not lose. I'm not playing to not lose. I'm playing to win. And sometimes you do have to play to not lose, depending on your position. But sometimes you got to make them decisions to play to win. That's how you get ahead, right? So it's like sometimes you may just need to maintain. If you just maintain it and you're playing to not lose. But then it gets to a point where you got to start playing to win, because that's the only way you're going to win. If you're playing to not lose, you're going to lose more than you win. But if you play to win, you're going to win way more than you lose. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I like to do it, and I focus on. Yeah, the strat isn't just candlesticks, right? It's a way of reading price action. Okay. So with that being said, y'all, we have strat videos are the truth. Appreciate that, Dwayne. Okay. So this is right. This is SPY. All right. So let's go to IWM now. Okay. Let's go to IWM. Can I get your strat alerts? Extra purchase version. I don't know what that means, Summer Rain. Say that question a different way. We gonna win or we gonna win? Exactly, Nard. We always gonna win. We always gonna win. All right. So look, y'all. So if we looking at IWM, right? Let's take these off real quick. This is the weekly time frame. I want y'all to look at this right here. Right? This the weekly. Now, if you look at the weekly time frame, what do you see? What do y'all see? What are we seeing right here, y'all? Okay. We got a bull flag, right? We got a bull flag right here. Okay. We got a bull flag on a weekly, right? Right. So we got this bull flag right here. Okay. Now, let's do the same thing we did for SPY for IWM. Now, I already told everybody inside of the Discord what I saw on IWM on the monthly. What do we have on the monthly, y'all? What do we have on the monthly, y'all? Talk to me. What do we have on the monthly time frame? Y'all see this? Look at this. Y'all know what time it is. IWM is about to go absolutely bonkers, okay? It's about to go absolutely bonkers, okay? Now, could it come to the downside? Yes. Could also come to the upside. But if I'm seeing a bull flag on a weekly, right? And let's do a measure move real quick. We do a measure move real quick. Where we at? We talking about IWM could be coming up to 290. If you wanna use this as the breakout point, right? This 271, the all-time highs, then you could say we coming up to 292. If you want to use the week's high, you could say we coming up to 287. Okay, so my price target on IWM is going to be. It's going to be 287 to 292. Okay, and I'm not talking about this week though, right? I'm not talking about this week. So my price target on IWM is going to be 287 to 292. All right. Weekly bull flag, monthly one candle. Right? Right? So now let's look at the strat and let's really look. Right? Yeah, we got bull flag. We got one. Exactly. All right. All right, y'all. Now, we do have more sellers that stepped in this area, but the only reason why they stepped in is because we have this sellers in this area right here, okay? We did have a double top, but the double top didn't come down to the neckline, so it didn't validate, right? So boom, it bounced up, and now it came down, and now it's right there. So let's go to the monthly. Okay. What about the order flow info? I'm gonna start posting more order flow inside the Discord, y'all. I've been forgetting to do that, but I'm gonna start posting more order flow inside the Discord for sure. So maybe tonight, I'll go through some order flow, and I'll post it inside of the Discord in the order flow tab. Okay. No, 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 Dud, no. That's what I'm saying. That's not my price target for this week. I'm just saying, when you have a bull flag on a weekly time frame, we're talking about maybe a month or two out, right? That it could get there, especially at ETF, right? But what that also means is from 270 all the way to 287 to 292, once we break out of the bull flag, we're gonna be heading up there. So even if we do pull back on the rise to the upside, that's gonna be your price target, is at 287 to 292. Okay, so if we come up to 280 and then we come down to 278, right, 276, then you already know we still gonna be going up to 287, 292. You see what I'm saying? So you can get in the swings, we bounce, and then we go higher, right? That's how this game go. So on the way to the top, we might create a double bottom. We might create another bull flag. Like, we got to see, right? So yeah. So puts for late March. Oh yeah, Davita. And so look, that could be tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? Those puts could be getting cashed out tomorrow, and then we could be getting ready to go up. You see what I'm saying? They could have knew that this was about to happen. We could drop down for 1 to 2 days, and then get that liquidity, and then we go right back up, right? So this is what I mean when I'm saying we got to really understand this game, and we got to understand our levels, and we got to understand multi-time frames. That's why I make these multi-time frame analysis videos that I did last week, because we have to make sure that we understand the full picture. This is not just about candlesticks. This is about understanding buyers, sellers, and their activity and human nature. And then also you want to put in the news catalyst and the geopolitical stuff. There's a lot that goes into it. That's why trading is not easy, right? That's why it's easier to just go buy some ETFs and just let time go by and just let it go up, right? But to really trade, you got to really be a certain type of individual, okay? And if you're not a certain type of individual, then you got to get around them so you could really understand how this game works, okay? What up, Amber? How you feeling? Text, he said, I just noticed you're a vet. I'm an Army vet. Hey, I'm sorry, bro. You should have joined the Air Force. But yeah, man, hey, come join. You know what I'm saying? Come join the group. Shout out to all the vets out there, man. All right. With the one candle on a month and a bull flag on a week, you still, Dr. Natalie, you still want to wait until we break out of the bull flag breakout, or we get above that one candle on the monthly. That's always going to be a trigger. Your trigger is always a break above the one candle if we're on a one candle. Okay. I'm here looking for my own IWM juice. I got to order online. Oh, dang. I'm back. Yeah. Hey, get that IWM juice popping. All right. Okay. I need to learn more about order flow. Got it. Okay, for sure. All right, y'all. So look, let's go back. All right. We cooking. All right. He said, who you telling? I'm glad you know. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people in the Army will be stubborn, acting like they don't know we the best. All right, so look. All right, we cooking, y'all. We cooking. So, I told y'all, so this is the weekly range. We about to do the weekly range, but what are we also gonna do? We're going to do the monthly now because it's the top of the month. Yo, Natalie, what's up? How you doing? Where you been at? I ain't seen you in a minute. All right. So let's go to weekly resistance, 269. Let's go a little bit more granular. 268.97. So we just going to say... We're just gonna say 269 for the monthly resistance. 269. Okay. That's on the monthly. What else we got? She said, I'm traveling. I'm in Houston. Oh, okay, that's what's up. What up, okay? How you feeling? And then we got the support on the month. We got 255.02. Okay. We got 255.02. And what is that? That is a $14 range. Okay? This is a $14 range on the monthly, right? So what are we going to do now? We are going to go like this. Boom. Change the color. All right, and then we're gonna go like this. All right. Okay. Now, what is this? This is gonna be your monthly support right here. And this is gonna be your monthly resistance. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the weekly. Okay. I hope you guys are doing this with me. I'm literally giving you guys like this is literally like, you know, people be charging 5,000-10,000 for this stuff. Like, I hope you guys are doing this right here with me. So when we get off this live, you ain't even got to worry about nothing. Just follow these levels now. All right. Now let's go to the weekly. What up, Patrick? How you feeling? All right. Also, what I'm gonna say is, y'all, if you guys are watching this, be sure to like this video. Okay, let's get this video to 300 likes. All right, 300 likes, y'all. All right. If you're watching this, like this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel every single day. I'm bringing life-changing information to you guys, not just content. I'm not just a content creator. I'm not just making videos to get views. No, I'm bringing information to you that can change your life. So when you come on these videos, you come on these lives, you watch my videos, take this stuff serious because this stuff will change your life if you apply it. All right. So let me know in the comments where y'all typing in from. Let me know where y'all tuning in from. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and we're going to keep it going. All right. So, boom. All right, so this is your monthly, right? Now let's go to the weekly. Okay, let's go to the weekly. Now, I said we got a bull flag right here, right? Shout out to New Jersey. I said we got a bull flag. Now let's go to the weekly. Well, hold on. What's the weekly levels looking like? Let's go. All right. So we got on the resistance tip, we got 266.28. All right, we got 266.28. And then on the support, we got 258.13. All right. Now, what does that give us? That gives us a $8 range. Okay, $6 plus 2, that's $8. So we are in the $8 range, right? So same as last week. Now, let's mark this level. Okay. Go like this. We're gonna put this color as, let's do green. No, let's not do green. Let's do burgundy. No, I want a brighter color. Let's do purple. It's too dark. Let's do orange. That's fine. We'll do orange. And then right here. All right. Then we're going to have your weekly resistance and support. Weekly support. Weekly resistance. All right. These are your ranges right here. Okay, we got a bull flag right there. We got the measured move right there. Right? So watch this. Watch this, y'all. We're going to zoom out. Okay. So this is what we got, y'all. Y'all see this right here? This is the complete breakdown of IWM. The weekly range, right? Weekly support, weekly resistance. Your monthly support, monthly resistance, right? We at 261 right now. The monthly support is at 255, so we could come down there and test. We could come to the weekly support and test, right? That's a possibility. Feel me? If we break below this one candle, then we could be coming down to right here. But watch this. We go to the weekly time frame. What do we have? We got another area liquidity, right? Area. Okay. We got this area liquidity down here, all the way down to 251, okay? All the way down to 251. Now, we haven't gotten that low yet, but that is a possibility that we could come down to 251 and then bounce, right? I don't know where we're going to gap down to. If IWM gaps down $6, now also look at the daily time frame, y'all. IWM already gapped down on Friday. The whole market gapped down. So we have a gap here as well, okay? So if we gap down again, that's just setting us up to go to the upside, right? Keep this in mind. That is just setting us up to go to the upside. So we're going to have two big gaps to fill. We gap down here, and then we're going to gap down again tomorrow. If we gap down to 255, that's setting us up to come fill that gap and then fill this gap as well. Okay? So, like I say, we got to see what the pre-market is looking like tomorrow, but this is going to be your breakdown right here, okay? I don't know how much clearer y'all want me to get, right? I don't know what else y'all want me to do. I'm giving y'all monthly, weekly levels, resistance levels, support levels, ranges, right? Retest levels, a bull flag. I mapped everything out for you guys. I mapped every single thing out for y'all, okay? Let me know if this makes sense in the chat, y'all. Let me know if this makes sense, okay? Okay. Look at that chart. Appreciate the details. Yeah, nah, for sure, Pam. Hey, I do it for y'all, man. All right? I do it for y'all. All right. Marquin, Big Wop, aka the Hey, what up, Marquin? How you feeling? I'm just leaving this up here. Just hope you guys got your levels. All right. Hope you guys got everything. All right. So, boom. Yeah, shout out to Brooklyn, man. All right. So look, that's Spy and that's IWM. We just took an hour spending time on Spy and IWM. Now, why did we do that, y'all? Why did we do that? Because right now is game time. Right now is game time. We got war talk. We got to make sure we are we can't cruise this week. We can't cruise. I'm not saying you're going to lose money, but what I'm saying is you got to make sure your mind is sharp. Because this week right here, this is where champions are made. Real talk. All right. Does that make sense? Makes sense. Appreciate that, Renette. Thanks for giving what you never had. Nah, for sure. Like I always say, y'all, I'm just putting out content that I wish I had, right? That's my whole philosophy when it comes to, this YouTube thing. I always want to make sure that I'm giving what I wish I had when I was learning how to trade. I wish I had an Isiah. I just wish I did. So I'm going to be that. You know what I mean? And I'm going to help y'all change y'all life, right? I'm going to help y'all make this money in the market. I'm going to help y'all. Okay? So there should be no reason why, people are getting cooked outside of their psychology. Your psychology is going to make you lose money. It's okay. It happens. Keep getting better. But when it comes down to the levels and the analysis, there's no better place. Okay? We just spent a whole hour focusing on 2 ETFs. A whole hour breaking down everything, y'all. I'm showing you the areas of liquidity, right? The breakdown, all of that. So just make sure, man, y'all rocking with me. Y'all like this video. Y'all subscribe to the channel. All right. Let me know where y'all from. All of that stuff. All right. So appreciate that, Natalie. There we go. Ray said, "People's champ, we sliding about, bruh." Hey, I appreciate that, Ray. For real. Hey, listen. As we start growing, listen. All I ask for y'all, man. If y'all hear anybody talking crazy about me or anything, man, you gotta slide for me for real. Y'all gotta ride for me. All right, real talk. Cause I'm here for the people. I ain't here for the industry. I ain't here to be liked by other people, right? I'm here for y'all. I'm here to help y'all out. That's all I'm here for. You know what I mean? So, man, just make sure, man. You know what I mean? Y'all rock with me. Don't let nobody talk crazy because we give way too much stuff out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be watching this again. Okay, Jay Skrilla. Doc, Palantir. All right, well, I'll try to get to them. Let's make this month a good one. Yeah, let's make this month a good one. There we go, Jamal. Crack the codes. What stocks did he analyze? Pretty Nisi. So I just went over SPY and IWM. Now I'm getting ready to share with you guys my setups, but I wanted to focus on the indexes because we all know that we all can make a lot of money trading these indexes, all right? So, said we got you. If you haven't already, if you stay ready, you ain't got it. Exactly, Renette. All right. Futures are news driven. Boom, boom. Hey, I'm pressing shit for you. I got you. I appreciate that, Doug. Real talk. All right. So now we got SPY and IWM out the way. We're going to breeze through my setups. Okay. But if you're in the Discord, you already know what they are. Pixel B said, we got your back. You are the real deal. I appreciate that, Pixel. I appreciate that, man, for real. All right. So, I just wanted to make sure that everybody is ready. Now, we already know energy stocks can go up, okay? Energy stocks, there's a lot of them, right? I don't give you guys every single energy stock. I'm not going to give you guys every single defense stock because I don't want to overwhelm you guys, right? But I want you guys to just understand what to look for, okay? Excuse me. So if we're talking about energy stocks, look at energy stocks to be bullish, okay? XLE, right? I told y'all Enphase, FSLR, right? Bloom Energy, okay? Stocks to go down. Well, Not only that, gold and silver, precious metals, okay? Those should be running big this week as long as things continue to go up. Oil stocks. What did I tell you guys? Two things to pay attention to: crude oil and futures. And then also, what's the other thing to pay attention to? The Strait of Hormuz, right? The Strait of Hormuz. If the Strait of Hormuz is closes, then oil stocks are going to go absolutely insane. Okay, so make sure you're paying attention to that when we're talking about the news. But do not get cooked thinking that something's going to happen and it's not, and then you end up losing. Okay? And then defense stocks, Palantir, CrowdStrike, Lockheed Martin, right? These type of stocks are going to be bullish as well. Okay? So yeah, he said we eating this week. Absolutely, Brandon. We gonna eat nice. How you stay focused and excited? Those levels are amazing. I noticed the same order blocks are lining up with month lows. Exactly, close. That's how it goes. My M said, how do you stay focused? Watch you help me better understand on top of watching WAP. I mean, there we go. Jay Skrilla also funded Robinhood accordingly. The grandpa account was upsetting me. Hey, it be like that. How do I stay focused and excited? I don't eat BS. I don't eat like fast food. You know what I'm saying? I have a purpose in my life, and I have a thing that I'm focused on. I'm going somewhere, so I have direction in my life. I do stay sucker free. I don't be around a whole bunch of people. I'm only around people that excite me and pour into me. I surround myself around exciting people, and it's not a lot, right? My circle is not big. Less is more. It's plenty of us. The less people we have, because my power is actually very powerful and very potent. What else? I control my thoughts. I allow myself to be in an environment where I can actually be me. So that way I'm not faking to be liked by somebody else or by a group of other people. This is how I stay focused and I stay excited. I've learned how to keep my eye on the prize, whatever my prize is. And then I also make sure that I focus on the plan and not my mood, right? I stick to my plan and not the mood, right? Whatever it is, okay? So if I got a plan, if I got something mapped out, I got to do what I got to do to get there. I don't care how I feel, right? It's going to be up and down sometimes, but I don't allow myself to procrastinate just because I'm not feeling it, all right? And we're all human, but at the end of the day, I make sure I stick to the script, all right? I don't be switching up the players on my team too much. You see what I'm saying? I focus on who's in my life, and that's what I focus on. I pour into the people that's around me. I pour into the people that's rocking with me, okay? If you rocking with me, then I'm gonna give you a amount of energy that you probably have never received before, because I really rock with you and I care about you. But outside of that, that's how I stay focused and that's how I stay excited, right? I stay focused on the mission. I know where I'm going. I have a vision, and every single day I'm inching closer towards that vision. I don't look at what everybody else is doing in their life. I don't look at any of that stuff. All I focus on is where I'm going, because I know where I'm going. I know what life is going to look like, right? It's going to be ups and downs on the way, but that's just what every real one got to go through. You see what I'm saying? But if it's really going to be worth it for you, you're going to make sure it's worth it for you. And the way that you make sure it's worth it is you overcome everything that you've ever had to, face or go through, right? So that's how I stay focused and excited. Okay? Watching you helps me. BTC going down. Riding with you. You got us and we got. Appreciate that, Davida. What up, still winning? What up, Billy? How you feeling? Watching you helps me. All right. So let's go and look at these setups for the week. All right, y'all. We're gonna breeze through these right here. I'm giving y'all the levels for these. I'm gonna give y'all the setups. Now, some of these might gap down. And some of these might already be, ready. They already might hit the levels. I don't really know, right? We don't know what's gonna happen. Pre-market is gonna tell a different story. All right. I'm just pulling up I'm just pulling everything up though. Okay. But all of these are gonna be bearish setups as well. This is what I'm seeing. I see some really nice bearish setups. Okay. So I just want to make sure I'm pulling it up right now. See what we got. Boom. Give me 1 second, y'all. If y'all are watching this, man, be sure to like this video. All right, make sure we get this video to 300 likes, and then also be sure to subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments where y'all tapping in from if you guys are. All right. He said you giving away free game on YouTube. People charge heavily for this info. I know your purpose. Hey, I appreciate that, Dwayne. Nah, real talk. That's a real statement right there. Right. So yeah, it's I always say, man, it's deeper than trading, and I really hope that one day people understand what that really means. Okay, because it ain't about a dollar amount with me. It's about way more than a dollar amount. All right. So what we got, man. All right, first setup, y'all. First setup. We got this right here. Okay, we got United Airlines, right? UAL. I'm looking at it. They got a little triple top situation over here on a 4 hour, on a weekly, and a daily. It's looking good to the downside. So let me go. Transit through Strait of Hormuz. Is that right, Michael? Uh-oh. Shit's heating up, y'all. Shit is heating up. All right, so let's go to UAL. So look, okay, we got a failed 2 up, and then we got a 1 candle, but we got a lot of selling pressure on the monthly, right, on United Airlines. So on the monthly, we have a bearish 1 candle right here. I mean, a bullish 1 candle, okay? But we got a lot of selling pressure from 118 all the way down to 105, okay? Now look at the weekly. We go to the weekly time frame. Look what happens, okay? We got a 212 right here, okay? So I want you guys to pay attention to this. On the weekly time frame, y'all, look, we got a failed 2 up, and then we got a bullish 1 candle, okay? But look at the monthly time frame. We got a failed 2 up and a bullish 1 candle. So if the monthly follows what the weekly just did, that means on the monthly time frame, we can go 2 down, and we could come down to 100 from 106, and then we could go a little bit lower. If we lose 100, then we're gonna come down to about, we could really come down all the way to like, $90, right? So with that being said, puts below 105.22 on United Airlines this week, okay? And I think that United Airlines could see $100. If we lose $100, then we could be coming down to about, $95, $98, $95, okay? We go to the weekly. That next level would be that 100, and then we got an area liquidity down here at about $96, $97, okay? So I like this United Airlines play right here, especially off the monthly time frame, right? This looks really, really, really beautiful, all right? Let me know if that makes sense, y'all, okay? Let me know if that makes sense, okay? That's United Airlines. That's my first setup. United Airlines puts this week. Now, obviously, like I said, we could gap down. We could be there, but, we're going to have opportunities. Once we gap down and we kind of see how Monday closes, you want to start paying attention to the daily time frame. So it's like, know your monthly and weekly levels, but then you pay attention to the daily levels to see where it's going to be ping-ponging, and going to. Okay? Well said, Dwayne. Isiah consistently gives us free game and truly cares about understanding the process. Yeah. He's helped me calm down and appreciate the beauty of trading on higher time frames. Hey, listen, y'all. Them higher time frames is everything. Them higher time frames is everything, right? I know everybody be saying the 1 to 2, they want to make fast money, but listen, I'm telling y'all, you can see so much clearer on the higher time frames. All right? So that's the first setup I got. It's going to be United Airlines to the downside, especially with everything that's going on. People are going to be traveling less. It's going to take a hit. It's kind of common sense. Now, you guys could also look at Delta Airlines as well, right? If you guys look at United Airlines, right, and then you look at Delta Airlines, charts look very similar, okay? Look at Delta, right? We got, on the monthly, we got 2 failed 2 ups. So I also like Delta Airlines. I was going to put them on this watch list, but I didn't want to do 2 in the same sector, right? But I think that Delta Airlines could be coming down to about 56, right? So I think Delta Airlines and United could definitely be coming down. So pay attention to Delta as well. That's like a bonus little play right there. All right. So, so yeah, so we got Delta and United, but United is not what I'm, saying I'm looking at. I mean, Delta isn't what I'm putting on the watch list, but I will be watching Delta as well. Okay. But next on the list, right? Next on the list, what we got? Next on the list, we got Tempest AI. Okay. We got Tempest AI. Okay. Now watch this. We got a bearish one bar on the weekly time frame. Okay. Bearish one bar on the weekly. So let's pull it up real quick and let's see what's popping with it. All right. All right. So look, we got a bearish one bar on the weekly. We got a bear flag or a bear pennant. All right. Look at that right here. Move downside. We consolidate and then we kind of squeezing right here. They've been getting beat up. Right. And look where we could be coming down to these order blocks right here, down to $35 potentially on a daily time frame, right? On a daily time frame, right? Down, up, and down. Okay, we did make a higher high here, but we do have to see what happens. But we're on a bearish one bar inside of an order block. Okay, so if we lose this level right here, right? What did I say? I said, let's go inside. I said puts below 51.57. Okay, so we got puts below 51.57. Okay, puts below 57. Okay, we need a closure below there on a daily. You could day trade it if it gets below there, but we need a closure below there on a daily. All right, to really make that happen. Okay, so puts below 51.57, and then we could come down to this area of liquidity down here, down to about $45 to $47, and then we could bounce, or we could break lower, and then we could come down to this order block right here. All right, so I like Tempest AI to the downside. That's going to be a 212 bearish reversal to the downside off the weekly time frame. All right, and if you look at the monthly, they just had a 212, right? So I think that we have, we got a gang of room to be coming to the downside. Right, so I think that Tempest definitely could be getting slaughtered a little bit more, and we could catch more of a downward move as well, y'all. Okay. So so that's Tempest AI. Okay. For anybody that doesn't know, Tempest AI be print money. I've traded them quite a bit over the last year, and Tempest AI prints. They actually move pretty strong when they do go in a direction. And so Tempest AI can make you a lot of money, okay? What do I always say? Make sure you guys trade the setups, not the stock, okay? Focus on the setups, focus on the setups, focus on the setups. The setups is what's going to get you guys paid, all right? Don't always focus on the stock. People be like, Tesla, Tesla, Tesla. And then they get cooked by Tesla, and then they look to their left or their right, and there's a setup that was even way more fire that they didn't have to go through the stress about Tesla. Because it ain't Tesla, it's Stressla. Because Tesla's going to stress your ass out. And that's why I say Stressla, not Tesla. All right? So, we got UAL, United Airlines. We got Tempest AI. And I also threw in Delta Airlines as well. Something for you guys to pay attention to. All right? Now, the next one and the last setup that I'm going to show you guys, I really, really like this one. This one has a great deal of risk to reward here. Okay? If you guys already know what it is, then you already know what it is. But let's look at it, y'all. What we got 3M Company, okay? MMM, y'all. All right? MMM. Let's look at this. Look at this, y'all. Yeah, you like that, huh? So look, on a weekly. So they had a look at this up move, right? So they on an uptrend right now. They just rejected off of this order block, right? Look, they got a liquidity sweep, okay, on the monthly, off the order block, right? Off the order block. They look like they're rejecting right here, okay? You go to the weekly, and what do we have? We got a 1 bar on the weekly, y'all. We got a 1 bar, okay? Now, could we bounce? Yes, potentially. So if we get above 168.55, you could take calls. But if we get below 162.49, you take puts. This will be a 212 bearish continuation. Now we have all of this to retrace, right? We got to clean up these gaps, these fair value gaps down here, right? So, and then if you look at the daily, what do we have? We got a bear flag, okay? Look at that bear flag right there, okay? A nice, beautiful bear flag right there. It's been consolidating for about a week, week and a half, right? Move downside, consolidating, boom, right? So if we get below 162.40, 49, you could take puts and you could ride it down to at least, 159, and then 157, and then 152. So you could get about an $8 to $10 move on MMM. We just gotta let it do what it do. Okay, but I like this one as well, off of this bear flag right here. Okay, off of the rejection on the order block on a monthly time frame, right? So y'all let me know if this one makes sense as well. Okay, let me know if MMM makes sense also. All right. What do you think about EOSE while adjusting the scanner Friday? Had a delta of 7, cost 5, gapped all the way up, 2,500% later. That evening came right back down to support again. What up, Turnpike? You look, you missed a whole bunch of sauce, bro. EOSE. There's let me see. Right back up. Yeah, I would just pay attention to them. They coming down to an order block on a weekly, EOSE. So, EOSE. On a daily, they look like they could come down, but on a weekly, we could come down to about 397, and then we could bounce, and then go higher. But we got a lot to clean up here, so. But they're on a downtrend for sure. Like, they're definitely on a downtrend. They just came up right here this day, but that was it, right? Outside of that, woo, you know what I'm saying? Now, last thing I'm gonna talk about real quick, y'all, is y'all wanna pay attention to this VIX, all right? Y'all wanna pay attention to this VIX right here, okay? If we start getting above, listen, if we get above like $22, VIX gonna fly, okay? If all this stuff continues to, be happening, then VIX could definitely fly. All right, now we have been rejecting this $22 area, but you guys should know now, this is a good indicator on what's to happen. So if we see we see a nice little boner candle on VIX, then puts are gonna be what they're gonna be. So pay attention, anything above like $21, then you already know that, the market is gonna be coming down, okay? So just keep that in mind, y'all. All right, keep that in mind. Pay attention to the VIX. Have them on your watch list, have them on your list so that you guys are paying attention. When the VIX goes up, the market comes down. When the VIX comes down, the market is going up. So if we start to see VIX coming down below $19, below $18, then we know the market's about to start really coming up. But if we see the VIX going up above $21, $22, then we know that the market is really coming down currently, or it's about to come down. All right. So just keep that in mind as well when we're looking at the VIX, and just pay attention to that as well, y'all. All right. But yeah, y'all, listen, I come on YouTube every single day. I've been doing this for over a year now on YouTube every single day, right? Also, if the market is open, I'll be going live every day as well, okay? So all we're doing is we're changing lives on this video. I just want you guys to understand, if you're new to this channel, all I'm doing is I'm just being who I wish I had when I was learning how to trade and really get into the stock market. There was not a channel that existed on YouTube with all the names out there. There was not a channel that really gave actual information, right? Everything was like a commercial or a marketing, but it wasn't just like, yo, this is how you do this. This is how you do this. This is how you do this, right? It wasn't that. So all I'm doing is I'm just being who I wish I had, and I cannot stress that enough. So if you guys want to learn how to trade, right, and you guys got all these little random nuanced questions, go watch my videos, y'all, okay? Be sure to go watch my videos. I have over 500, almost 600 videos now on my YouTube channel, and not a lot of shorts, which means that the content that I focus on is literally the long form content, okay? I focus on the long form content, and that long form content is here for you to consume so that you can become a better trader and you can understand the market more and on a deeper, deeper, deeper level. I'm here to help you understand the market so that you can go in the market and go print money and go change your life. Okay? So be sure to like this video. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right? And just make sure you guys are tapped in. If you guys want to trade, come trade with us, right? I focus on the strat method, primarily strat method, and then, ICT, right? Smart money concepts. That's all I focus on, right? And in the Discord, we are literally helping people make 80%, 100%, 200% trades within an hour. There are people in the Discord that have tripled and quadrupled their profits, right? So if you want to change your life, if you want to be in the last Discord that you ever need to be in, then come over to the Prosperity Collective, because I could guarantee you that your life will never be the same. And it's not just trading. It's about changing your life from the inside out, right? So if you want to really, really, really tap in on it and get on a different frequency, then come over, come rock with us, man, and come change your life. All right? What do you say? Will 3 AM be a weekly swing? Yeah, you could do a weekly or maybe even like 2 to 3 weeks out. We got to see. Look, everything is going to be predicated on the gap down tomorrow and how deep it goes, right? What up, Wise? What time frame? The daily and the weekly. How do you feel about Intel closing on a 1 bar on a monthly? I think it could be coming down again for sure. I'm about to do a video tomorrow about my top setups for the actual month, okay? So pay attention. Be on the lookout for that, Patrick. What else we got? Much appreciated. Hit that free like button. Yeah, let's get our red light therapy. You already know, Natalie, right? Oh, we got, why is it gonna spend you in the, okay. Simple shop, change my life. Okay, this is a strong guarantee. I'm gonna challenge you. I'm gonna challenge myself. Bullish on Palantir. Let's look at Palantir. I know Doc asked about it. Palantir. Oh yeah, I mean yeah, because if they're on the weekly they're on a fail 2 down. Let's go. She said, "Do you do any day trades?" Absolutely, we day trade and we swing trade, and we scalp. But yeah, we do. Yes, Wes. So Palantir on a daily. Yeah, I'm bullish on Palantir. Like if they get above 138 tomorrow, they could fly to 141, and then they could go up. You know what I'm saying, to 145. On the weekly time frame, they have no resistance. The next price target is 141, and after that, we got 145, right? And after that, if we get above 145, Palantir is gonna fly, and we could come up to about 160. So yeah, Palantir, I think definitely could have a nice week this week, okay? Especially after coming down and then it bottoming out, hitting the bottom for 1, 2, 3 weeks, right? And then it getting ready to bounce. It bounced, fell 2 down. We get a confirmation candle this week, then we could go crazy, all right? So yeah, so that's what I see on Palantir, y'all. That's a little double bottom right here as well, a little baby one, but it looks like that could be what it is. Okay. Watch the unexpected happen. I know, right? We gonna see. How do you find your Discord? The Discord, the link to the Discord is in the description of this video, but I'm gonna put it in the chat as well for all of you guys. All right. So boom, if y'all want to join the Discord, you already know, Doc, it's all good. Sorry it took so long, you know what I'm saying? But we got you. But yeah, I definitely think that, yeah. Is NVIDIA bearish? Let me show y'all something about NVIDIA, right? Look at NVIDIA, y'all. Watch this. This is why I be saying, don't be trading earnings, right? Because watch this. Look at NVIDIA, y'all. Look at NVIDIA. I'm talking about pure price action. I ain't talking about nothing else, right? Oh, you gonna be good, Natalie. Lunch gonna be on you this week, Natalie. Nvidia is coming down, y'all. Look at this bearish 3 bar. Nvidia coming down. It's gonna come and test this 160 area, 163, 168. So Nvidia is coming down, right? And it might come down here, and then it could bounce, right? But yeah. So Nvidia's on a bearish 3 bar. So I think that on a weekly and on a Friday we was on a bearish 3 bar as well. I mean, on last week we was on a bearish 3 bar because they beat earnings and they dropped. So yeah. Right. So I think that we might come up and retest like 187 potentially, or we could just really start dropping and coming down lower. All right. So yeah. Yeah, we teach all of that. We teach all of that. CoreWeave. A few months out on CoreWeave. Yep, exactly. If Nvidia start coming down, y'all, we on a bearish 3 bar on a monthly on Nvidia, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Who do you say? CoreWeave. They're down bad right now in after hours, so we gonna see, but he said, "What's the difference between you and Chris Sain or the unique trading group?" Listen, I don't. If you can't see what's unique about me and other people, then I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like I don't compare myself to people. I just be me, and the people gonna speak. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I know what you're doing, so I'm not really gonna play into your games. So CoreWeave. So with CoreWeave, right? We already at 75. Let's look at the monthly. We on a bearish 1 bar on the monthly, right? So what I'm gonna do is we could definitely come up here and retest. Now we are in an area where buyers are at, so really we need to get below $64, right? We need to get below $64 to really come down, because if we get below $64, we have nothing holding us up, right? But until we get down to until we get below $64, we could always bounce in this area off the monthly time frame. But on the weekly time frame, it looks like a bear flag, but this came up a little too high for me. But we're on a bearish 3 bar on the weekly, so what I would do is I would wait for a retest, wait for a rejection, and then ride puts to the downside. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say. But they're already down in after hours on Friday, so we're gonna see how low they go, and then there could be another gap, and they could already be down. You know what I'm saying, to the point where they could be at their low, but we got to see. All right, but they're already at $79. I think I saw them down 18%, so we're going to see. All right, we're going to see. So, nah, seriously. So here's the thing, he said, for sure put, yeah, take profits on NVIDIA. If they come down, you might be able to get a better average price depending on what your current average price is. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, people are always going to try to, compare you to other people. But that's why the whole space is divided. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody is trying to compare people to people and put people against people and all that stuff. One thing I don't do is I don't talk about nobody. Nobody name be in my mouth, right? I focus on Isiah. I focus on the Prosperity Collective, and I focus on the people that's rocking with me, and that's all I focus on, right? Anybody else out there, they could make their opinions. They could, say this and that. It really don't matter, right? Because at the end of the day, right, I ain't doing nothing crazy, right? People gonna do what they do. That's their business. All I'm gonna do is what I do. I'm gonna put out my energy, and then what's here is going to be able to what's here is going to be able to help the people. You get what I'm saying? That's really how I see it, right? We just let our, what I do is I let my work speak. You know what I mean? SoFi, all right, SoFi gonna be the last one, right? So if you got your own Discord, you should be good. You know what I'm saying? You should be good, bro. Like, do your thing, dog. Speak on SoFi. I know, Billy, right? Hey, but hey, crazy enough, right? I'll talk about SoFi, but look at Lyft though, right? Watch this. This is what's funny. If you look at Lyft on a monthly, Lyft is actually in an area where it's ready to bounce now, right? So Lyft could come down to here, right? Come down to here, right? Which where it came down from, and then boom, it could go up to at least here, right? So listen, Lyft is actually like in a good place now, right? So Lyft is actually in a good place. SoFi, I think, listen, SoFi could bounce in this area off this 15, like it could come down to like 15, but we're at support right here. If you guys see right here, we're literally bouncing off the previous quarter's low. So we're coming down to the previous quarter, right, which is right here. And then we could bounce. But with the market on how there's on how the market is going and we're coming down, we could be coming down to this $15 area right here. All right. So I would just kind of like, I would just really let the dust settle. All right. But we could bounce here, or the next area we could bounce is going to be in this area right here. Right. So just like wait and see where it closes on a daily. Right. Just wait and see where it closes on a daily. All right. Exactly. Yeah. So I'm telling y'all, we could be coming down like crazy. All right. Exactly. Mad notes. Yeah. I'm focusing on, listen, the bigger this channel get, I know it's going to be, it's going to be a lot of crazy things that's going to be said. It's going to be crazy stuff that's said about me. Right. It is what it is. Right. Like, but that's crazy what Natalie said. Hey, that's wild. But hey, that's why I just want to be able to help y'all, because my reputation is going to be helping people change their lives in a real way, and not just with money, but also, emotionally, spiritually, all of that stuff. I'm here to help you change your mind and change your life, man. So my reputation, my brand, if you say my name, it's only going to be synonymous with excellence, greatness, life-changing results, money, what I'm saying, positivity, optimism, all of that stuff. So if y'all watching me now and y'all been watching me for the last year, you've seen my growth, right? If you've been in Discord, you've seen my growth. You've seen my growth in trading, right? I keep it real with everybody about everything, right? I don't be lying. I don't be doing no games, no funny stuff, no none of that, right? I'm a straight up and down kind of individual. You get what I'm saying? And I was trading before this. I was getting to the money before this. I was making $200,000-$300,000 a year before this, right? I just got on YouTube because I wanted to really help people. And that's why I give so much information away, because I truly operate out of abundance. And I know that there's people out there that just need that little piece of information that's not on the internet, right? I always say I'm not going to dangle a carrot in front of your face just to try to get you to come and join what I'm doing. I'm so valuable that I can give you everything and you still gonna come rock with me, right? That is what I know about myself, and that's what I know I believe, because when it comes to me, there's always more, right? There is always more. I don't run out of gas. I don't run out of content. I don't run out of ideas. I don't run out of life-changing information because I'm so plugged into the source and I'm plugged into the Most High. It just comes to me every single day, multiple times a day, right? So my brand and my reputation is truly, truly, truly going to be synonymous with life-changing, right? That's the words. This dude changed my life. He changed my life in so many ways. He changed how I think. He changed my perception. It's not about just trading. If I can only change your life about trading or money, I'm not that valuable, because there's a lot of people that can. I'm here to change your life, and I'm here to upgrade your mental software. That's what I am here to do. The trading just got y'all interested in what I'm talking about, right? But there's so much more to the whole game than just trading, right? And that's why I always say it's way deeper than trading. That's my philosophy. That's my mentality. And that's why I show up every day. I could make a video every day that has nothing to do with the stock market. Why? Because that's where my value lies, in the ability to be able to change lives. I was changing lives before the internet. I was changing lives before YouTube. I've been changing lives for over 10 years with real people in real life. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say that, man, and I want to be clear on that right there. Right? So yeah. I'm gonna say it so nobody else has to. Chris is not really teaching people how to trade. Yeah, you're not. It's creative. Exactly. Yeah, that's true. $15 and I'm grabbing more shares. Yeah, SoFi longs, they definitely gonna be nice. Right? Nah, seriously. Yeah, I know, Mikey. I'ma just ban, bro. Yeah. I just banned Coach UV because he's just annoying at this point. Yeah, he's just annoying at that point. Right? So yeah, y'all. This is why I rock with you. Appreciate that, sneaker girl. Yeah, I just blocked him. Yeah. What up, Cortez? Yeah, I hope everything is well with you. Hey, yes, Wes, it's 150 a month. 150 a month. Why I said Warren Buffett? No, I know, right? Do not let this kind of energy distract y'all. Nah, for real. That's why I just had to ban him. Cause when somebody comes on your stuff and then they're trying to like be so loud to be noticed, they're not valuable. You know what I'm saying? I've never gone on anybody's YouTube channel and like tried to talk a lot so somebody could see me. I have not done anything besides put a video out every day. That's all I do on YouTube every day is put one video out. I don't have any marketing stuff going on, no nothing. It's literally just every day, real people are really seeing what I'm saying. And that's why at 4,000 subscribers, we can have 200 people on this live. If you go and look at YouTube, it'd be people with 20,000 subscribers that can't even get 100 people on their lives. We got 4,000 subscribers and we be getting 100, 200 people on these lives. What that is saying is I have a very, very powerful and organic, subscribership and viewership on this YouTube channel. And that's real life. That's real talk. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I go so hard, because I know that real information needs to be put out there in this world and it really needs to get to the people. I know that as an absolute fact. Right? So yeah. There is no such thing as fraudulent marketing these days. The only way I pay for someone is if their information made me money first. I feel that, Tech. I definitely feel that. All right. Hey, litigation, come join the Prosperity Collective. All right. Listen, if you guys want to really, really, really like trade and learn how to trade and really like make money, come join the Prosperity Collective, y'all. That's all I can say. So many people in the group, they could vouch for it, right? I feel it for too many times since Forex days. Still got the same trolls in here. Right. Yeah, for real. So appreciate the free game for show, Tech. Right, TPC all day. You already know, Jay Skrilla. Like you said before a couple weeks ago, if you found this algorithm, it was through the fruition and the blessing of exactly. Exactly, Michael. Right? Exactly. I was so focused on talking that I didn't even know what was going on in the comments. Right? Real talk. Now at least she got so far at $4. That's what's up. You listen. That's what's up. Right? The real listen. Here's a quote that I'm gonna share with you guys. Right? Something that I heard years ago. What's real can never be threatened, and what's threatened can never be real. Right? So like, I know for a fact what we got going on over here. It's real. Nothing outside that's happening in the world can threaten what I got going on, what's going on with the TPC, right? Because it's real. It can't be threatened. But anything in the world that can be threatened is not real. So if you go through life and you see somebody feeling like threatened by maybe you, or you see something happen and they looking like they a little bit threatened, or they scared, or they operate on fear, it's not real. Right? Anything that can be threatened is not real. And what's real can never be threatened. Always remember that. Right? Exactly. You can't come to the clinic for real. Right. Let's go, Ed. Nah, seriously, Kelton. How you hate on someone helping, annoying, posting them? Exactly. What? Okay. Yeah, these comments is funny. I appreciate that, Doug. He said, I've been in 3 different Discords over the past year, and this is the only one where you can actually get education. You feel me? Yeah, man. Seeks validation. Yeah, BTC gonna go down. What up, Black Pearl? Been rocking with you for a year now. You and Marcel made me a much better trader. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Oh yeah, there's some weirdos up in here. Oh yeah, let me block you too. Block you too. Yeah. Yeah, we had to clean that up a little bit, y'all. Yeah, we had to clean that up a little bit. I just had to go through there and clean that up. Cause one thing, what we gonna do is we gonna keep the energy clean over here. We gotta sage that shit down. You know what I'm saying? We gotta sage that shit down. Right? Um, that's crazy. Yeah, yeah. One thing y'all never gonna see me going somewhere else to try to solicit what I'm doing, because I'm valuable enough to do it on my own. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stand on my 10 toes, because I believe in myself and I know who I am. I don't need nobody parading behind me. I don't need to go be doing no funny stuff, right? When I started this YouTube channel, it was literally I just made videos, right? And whoever rocked with me, they rock with me. That's just how we get down over here. It's different over here. You know what I'm saying? It's different over here. So, so yeah, y'all. Uh, I've been in Discord for a couple months. My membership renewed last Friday, and I hit for 2,500 on Netflix swings this week. You see what I'm saying? 2,500, right? Don't forget, you get the money to pay in Discord in the first day. Exactly, Jay Skrilla. It don't even matter, Sneaker Girl. My son and I joined different groups to try them out. He is envious. He didn't pick TPC. Hey, that's funny. Hey, that's funny right there. People do a lot for attention. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, we had a block party a little bit. Ozone, what up, Ozone? He said it's my second Discord, and you're dope. The education and the family vibe is what makes it. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, man, for real. Yeah. Yeah, we gotta say shit down, y'all. So this what I mean, man. Listen, if y'all see some funny business, man, y'all see somebody talking weird or whatever, man, take care of that. Cause if we on live and I'm locked in and it's like, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to stay on course. But you know what I mean? Like, listen, I want you guys to always remember, right? We stay sucker free out here, right? And always remember this. Entertaining foolishness is the same thing as promoting it, right? Always remember that. We don't entertain foolishness, right? We don't entertain foolishness. We don't entertain none of that BS. Because if we entertain it, we're still feeding the energy into it and we're promoting it, right? So when I see some funny stuff, what we gonna do is we gonna cut it and we gonna keep it pushing. We ain't gonna look back. We ain't gonna keep talking about it because the only thing we focused on is where we going. Because my job is to help y'all run up a crazy bag and to change our lives and to see a higher version of yourself when you look in the mirror. That's what my job is. So I gotta focus on my job. And if I focus on my job, y'all gonna stay focused on what your job is. And your job is to elevate and ascend. Y'all see what I'm saying? So that's what it's about. So when we see funny business, check it at the door. Let them know it ain't going down like that over here. If they continue to go, what we gonna do is we gonna cut it off and we gonna keep it pushing like nothing ever happened, right? Because I will cut somebody off like that, and I won't think twice about it if it warrants that. That's how we get down over here. All right. Do you share tips on how to trade to keep max profits? Absolutely, yes, Wes. All of that. We got a whole curriculum inside of the actual, WAP, right? The Discord. We got a whole curriculum. We do study sessions every Thursday as well. You know what I'm saying? So all of that. So absolutely, yes, Wes. Right? One band, one sound. Exactly. You feel me, Ash? One band, one sound. That's how we get down. Get them out of here. Right? For sure, Ed Scott. Right? That's what they want you to do. Exactly, Savon. Right? Exactly. Yep, Humber, we already talked about all of that. All organic over here, they really get mad when the profits are being called out. The one guy gonna say, we get it. The profits kept going. Exactly. Y'all be noticing that stuff, huh? Yep. Yeah, one band, one sound. Exactly. We taking it back to the drumline days. You know what I'm saying? Amen, brother. Protect your people. Exactly, Warlock. Yep, stop the bait trap here. This is speak. No one else will towards nobody. So wrong place for that talk. Yep. So yeah, y'all. My job, man, right? Because listen, this is what God telling me, right? To help the people, right? So we got to stay focused. We got to stay hyper-focused on what really matters. And what really matters is changing our life, all right? Sometimes it's going to be stuff that's going to happen. We're going to talk about it real quick. Inside of the community, we ain't going to have it on YouTube, right? If we got to laugh about some stuff, we're going to laugh inside of the Discord, all right? But outside of that, we're going to keep all of that funny stuff off of YouTube. We're going to drink our IWM juice. We're going to take our herbs, right? We're going to be healthy. Here's a flex, right? Watch this. The Prosperity Collective is going to be the healthiest trading community on the planet. See? Don't nobody talk about that. See, everybody just talk about the money. But I guarantee you, the Prosperity Collective will have more healthy people in this community than any community ever. And that's a flex right there. That's the real way that we do it. Exactly, Natalie. Exactly. Natalie said something. I got to answer to the most. I got to answer to God. You know what I'm saying? So exactly, that's what's really going on here. I'm not leading myself by myself. No, I'm taking direct instructions. I was told to put out videos every day. You think I want to do it every single day? Go live every single day? No, I got so much other stuff going on. But why do I do it? Because I was told to. You know what I'm saying? This is real life. You know what I'm saying? It's real life. Yeah, Netflix is cooking. You know what I'm saying? Netflix is cooking. You feel me, Mark Quinn? They don't want to talk about that though, huh? But hey, real talk, man. Prosperity Collective, man. We focus on, you know what I'm saying, everything, not just money, right? Because what good is to have a whole bunch of money, but you know what I'm saying, everything else in your life is funny. That's not funny. Feel me? See your court. Yeah, man, for real. So listen, y'all. I'm about to hop up out of here. I appreciate y'all though, for real. I gave you guys the SPY, the IWM, and we went all over that. We got a whole game plan for this week. So let me know if this video was helpful today on Sunday. Let me know if y'all rocking with me, man. Let me know if y'all with me this week. All right, let me know in the comments before we hop up out of here, man. Let me know, man. Show your boy some love, man. Let me know what's up. All right. She said I paid too much taxes back in 2025. Oh, okay. Yes, Wes. Do you have a CPA? Exactly, Mark Quinn. It's all good. It's a part of the game. But see, the thing about it is, we know how to purge the parasites. You know what I'm saying? We know how to purge the parasites. So yeah, appreciate you, dog. We rocking. Appreciate it. Yeah, we gonna whop the market this week, y'all. We gonna whop them for sure. Yeah, Pamela, you enjoy the weekend as well. Appreciate that, Davita. Let's go, Ant. Hey, Ant. Hey, salute to Ant, man. He was a little bit skeptical, but ever since he came in, he been killing it. So shout out to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? My NorCal brother. You know what I mean? Extremely helpful assets. Let's go, Ed. Always love the live. Appreciate that, Drew. Baby Snacks. That's a funny name. She said, I'm new, but I'm with you. I appreciate that. Appreciate you, Natalie. Cortez. Let's go, Cortez. Kelton. I appreciate you, Kelton. Appreciate that, Apostle. Doc. Patrick. You know what I'm saying? Ozone. Let's go, bro. Let's go, Jay Skrilla. Right? Appreciate that. Yes, Wes. I promise you. Listen, y'all. Go watch my Wisdom Wednesdays. Go watch all my older videos, man, because it's just so much stuff there. All right? It's so much stuff there. Thanks for the book, A Happy Pocket Full of Money. Absolutely. Absolutely. Billy, he said, definitely rocking with you. Appreciate that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, Jason Williamson. Right? The name, they named the street after Nipsey. And, yep, I saw that. Hey, Stoic Trader, you got to watch this over because this is going to be another church. You know what I'm saying? Jay Bird, she said, this is home. Hey, Jay Bird been saying that all week. So, hey, I know you mean that for sure, so I appreciate that. Citizen said, how low do you think Microsoft and Meta will go? I honestly don't know anymore. I'm kind of done talking about stocks right now. We just got to see. You know what I'm saying? If you want to hop in the Discord and ask me then, I might be able to respond, but I'm kind of done with that. All right. Appreciate that, Chris Connor. My dad was my accountant, but he passed early in the year. My condolences, Yes West. Sincerely, I'm sorry for that. It's never easy for for that to happen. So I just had a family death a couple weeks ago too. So I get it. Got to watch the whole thing. Yeah, there we go. Stoic Trader. All right. Appreciate that, Michael Cook. All right. So yeah, y'all, I'm gonna hop off. Y'all have a great day. Y'all have a great day. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow inside of the Discord. Come join the Discord if you're not. Come trade with us. Let's make this money. Let's change our lives. I'm going to holler at y'all tomorrow. Like I always say, make sure you get up out your head. Go get into this world because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right? And also remember, y'all, the more you study, the less you worry. All right? Listen, y'all have a great day. I'm going to holler at you guys tomorrow. Stay smooth, man. Peace.